some people, to some people, and a lot of people I know work in property have this attitude that an agent is just an agent. So they do the same thing. They're not going to make an impact on the actual price you achieve. I disagree with that. And the big thing, like we talk about this a lot, is negotiation can make a massive difference. There's lots of stories out there that kind of show that. But how much of a difference would be my question. How much of a difference can negotiation make between, if that's really what separates the good from bad agents? So you take away the advertising, the marketing, and getting the eyeballs on it, obviously is one skill. But then once you've got that, imagine that negotiation is doing most of the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, so I guess speaking about negotiation, there is a lot of sort of, I guess, common knowledge that homes sort of sell themselves, right? Yeah. That, you're going to get the inquiry and people are going to make the offers and the home sells itself. Now, real estate sales is a little bit different to other sales. I've come from a background where we've done a lot of different sales, but with real estate, there is a certain element of truthness to that part that it does sell itself. Like, you don't need to talk about its features and its benefits and its lifestyle, because people will fall in love with a home on their own, right? Now, when we talk about influencing the sale price and true market value, I do believe that, a decent campaign will find the market value, a great campaign will exceed the market value, and a great negotiator will actually add cream on top of that. So I believe if you run a very standard marketing campaign, you'll find the market value for that home if you haven't overpriced it. Okay, if you've done the exercise and you've done it correctly and you've placed it in the marketplace at a competitive price, you'll find the market value of that home. Now, if you go one step further and you put together a really, really good marketing campaign, then I believe you're going to get a lot more competition on the property because you're going to get more eyeballs and more interest on the property. And at the end of the day, the more people you have competing for the property, the more you're going to be able to influence that sale price. Now, an agent's art or skill set, where it really comes into play and it actually shines if they're actually good at it and they're trained in it, is where they can really influence in that space of competitiveness. So once the property is in a competitive nature and there are multiple offers and multiple buyers interested in that property, a really good agent will know how to play their cards so they can maximize that sale price. So could you put a percentage on how much it can influence? I don't know, 5, 10%, quite possibly. I can't really give a precise number, but I think when it comes to negotiating, that you really need to know that a good agent or a good negotiator knows how to ask a lot of questions and knows how to listen very, very well. And if you're actively listening, then you're then going to sell the benefits of that home, and you're going to sell to those emotional cues and that lifestyle they're searching for. So with a home, it's not just a home. There might be a reason they're upgrading or downsizing, or there might be an emotional appeal and that sort of stuff. And a lot of agents really need to know how to get people emotionally attached to a home, so then they can use those emotional cues to actually extract more money out of the buyer. And that's by no means ripping people off. That is purely appealing to their emotions, and you're finding out what it's worth to them emotionally. So, is an agent worth their fee? Is an agent worth having? Absolutely, as long as you select the right one. Because the right one will be able to lock up a buyer, find out why they love it so much, and then instill a little bit of fear in them that if we don't get to a certain price, they're not actually going to be able to own this home. So, a good agent should be able to ask hard-hitting questions at the right time that can extract as much money out of that buyer as possible.